Welcome, beautiful people, to reCULTUREview, where we review all things pop culture. Hear the latest in TV and film, music, and celebrity news, cause it's reCULTUREview. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 5th episode of reCULTUREview. Once again, if you don't know what reCULTUREview is, this is a pop culture show where we talk about the latest in TV and film, music, and celebrity news. And I feel like I sound like a broken record, but I just have to say thank you for everybody for supporting me, tuning in, sharing. Continue to do that. And without further ado, let's just get into the show. Okay, so let's jump into TV and film. Now, I'm going to be honest, TV and film this week is more so Netflix because on cable, I really didn't see anything. And on the other streaming services, I really didn't see anything. So for Netflix, we first have this new romantic comedy called Love Hard, starring Nina Dobrev. And if you don't know who she is, she played Elena in The Vampire Diaries. She was the main character. And Love Hard is about her character. She's trying to look for love, and she thinks she's found her love on this dating app. So she flies to where he lives to visit him for Christmas, but come to find out that she is being catfished. But the good thing for her is the dude that was catfishing her, he used the picture from somebody from his town. So he was like, if you pretend to be my girlfriend, I'll help you get the dude from the picture. And it was a really good movie. It was kind of predictable, but at the end of the day, it was a good movie. And I liked it. It was very funny, and the romance was there. So if you're looking for a movie to check out, you should check out that one. All right, so another thing for Netflix is they released a teaser trailer for Stranger Things 4. I feel like it's been like forever since Stranger Things has came out. And in this teaser, we see some clips from season 4. We see Elle in her new school. Her and the Byers had moved from the town, so in the new school. And she's writing to Mike, telling him about all the stuff that's been going on. And I can't wait. I don't know when. I think it's coming out next year, which is another year of waiting. But I feel like it's going to be a good season. Of course, it's going to live up to the hype. So I can't wait for the show. A new show on Netflix is Colin Kaepernick has a show, Colin in Black and White. I only saw the trailer and I saw a little bit of pieces here and there. And I feel like from what I've seen, the real Colin Kaepernick is actually like narrating his story. So I feel like that gives it more authenticity. So if you're looking for another show to watch, I feel like you should watch that. It's not really my cup of tea, but I just wanted to bring it to everybody's attention. And lastly, for TV and film and for Netflix, we have a new cowboy show, The Harder They Fall. Not a show, it's a movie. The Harder They Fall, starring Idris Elba, Regina King, Lakeith Stanfield, and some others. And I've been seeing very good reviews. I plan to watch it this weekend. They were also saying that like it has a lot of plot twists, so I can't wait to watch it, and I feel like you should watch it too. All right, so let's jump into music. Now, first things first that I have to talk about is Summer Walker finally released her album this past Friday. It's called Still Over It, and as you may know, I talked about it on the show before. Her first album, Over, is like one of my favorite of all time, so I was really hyping this album up, and let's just say I was not disappointed. I feel like it was a perfect storytelling album. I really love albums that tell a story, and like listening from the first track to the 20th track, you could tell where her mind was at. And apparently each song has like a date attached to it for something she was going through. So I really love it. We get an insight to her pain and her thinking. Some of my favorite tracks include Circus, No Love featuring SZA, Unloyal featuring Ari Lennox, and Throw It Away. And I just feel like she can only go up from here. Of course, people are, having their thoughts about the album, saying she, that she was trash and landed on the track. But I'm like, if that's how she felt, that's just how she felt. So once again, a very solid album. Continuing on with music, we have Silk Sonic. They released their final single before their album comes out on November 12th. It's called Smoking Out the Window. They released a single with a video, and I really love it. I feel like Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak, they cannot do any wrong. It's a very good song. I find myself singing it like randomly throughout the day. And the only thing, I do have a bone to pick with them because the album is only having 9 tracks and we already got like 4 songs. So that means we only got 5 songs that we didn't hear. So they should have came out with more music. I know they recorded more than that, but hey, I'm not going to be complaining. Another song that came out was One Right Now with Post Malone and The Weeknd, and this is the one song that I did not like. I feel like Post Malone is not my favorite artist, to be honest. He has some good songs, like the radio songs are pretty good, but as far as other songs, it's not the best. I feel like him and The Weeknd didn't really blend. But you know what? I know he making money. I know somebody like this, so what does my opinion have anything to do with it? And lastly, for music, Ed Sheeran also released his album Equal, the equal sign. I'm gonna be honest, I really was hesitant to listen to the album because I did not like the singles. I felt like it wasn't really Ed. I know artists like mature and progress, but I feel like it wasn't really him. But I sat down and I listened to the album. I actually really liked it. My favorite album is still Multiply, but this one was a really good album. My favorite tracks were Two Step, Visiting Hours, and Overpass Graffiti. And like I said, in my opinion, I'm just giving my opinion. I know he's still making millions off this, and I know he's going to continue to make good music. So with that, that concludes music. Now let's jump into celebrity news. The first thing that I have here, of course, is the sad news about Astro World, which was Travis Scott event. 8 people had died from, I don't want to say cardiac arrest, but basically they had passed out. And like from what videos that I've seen, it was kind of set up. They were kind of set up in like cages. I guess because of COVID restrictions, I really don't know. But basically, people that went, they were saying it was so hot. People were passing out. People were rushing the stage trying to get to Travis, and they just ran over people. And it's just a sad situation. And I've been seeing on social media people, of course, paying their respects to the lives that were lost. But people were saying, having this debate, is it really Travis Scott's fault? And my answer to that is yes and no. On one hand, did he purposely kill those people? No. Did he purposely want that to happen? Of course not. But on the other hand, it is his event. He should have had better security in place. He should have had better medical teams in place. And I feel like he just has to take some accountability. It is his event. He did host it. They came to see him. And, you know, people were saying he should have stopped the show. And I'm like, okay, on one hand, yes. But if he wasn't notified and he's on stage with all these lights, he can't really see. And some people, I just saw a video this morning that he did stop the show for like 1 second talking about somebody's passed out. But I'm like, if one person's passed out, shouldn't you try to see if some more people are passed out? But at the end of the day, it happened. It's a very unfortunate situation. Rest in peace to the people who died. And hopefully this is a learning lesson for concert goers as well as artists who host these kind of events. Next up on celebrity news, we have Kanye West. He went on the podcast/show Drinking Champs, and he was just talking down on everybody, especially Big Sean. And y'all, if y'all know me, Big Sean is my favorite rapper. He's one of my favorite artists. And basically Kanye was like, the worst decision he made was signing Big Sean. And the thing was, he said that not even because of the music, which pretty sure Big Sean has made him millions because he's one of the most successful artists on good music besides like John Legend. But he was just saying that because he didn't publicly support Kanye when he was running for president. And I'm like, first of all, he's his own person. He doesn't have to do that. Just because he signed with you does not mean that he has to go with your political views. And then Big Sean clapped back and was like, he gonna go on Drinking Champs. And then he posted a picture hours after Kanye did the interview with him talking to Big Sean. He was like, you were laughing in my face, telling me you love me and this and that. Then to find out that you was on there talking down on me. And honestly, I just feel like Kanye has bigger things to worry about than Big Sean and who he signed. He needs to work on his mental health because obviously it's depleting. So I hope he gets the help he needs. And I hope Big Sean doesn't take what Kanye said to heart because it honestly is nonsense. Next on celebrity news, we have Jennifer Hudson. They found out that she's trying to pitch a show to replace Ellen when Ellen finishes her show. And honestly, I don't know what a Jennifer Hudson show would look like. I said the same thing about Kelly Clarkson, and I actually like her show. So if it does happen, I hope, power to her, another black female in daytime talk show. But I would have to see it to believe it, to be honest. And lastly, for celebrity news, Chris Pratt, who plays Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he was on Parks and Recreation, he's under fire because he had made an Instagram post for his new wife and his new daughter, and he was like praising her. But people were saying he was wrong because of his ex-wife on affairs and their son, who is, I I don't know. He has some kind of disability or health issues. But he was talking about his daughter, how he's so glad she's healthy. And they were saying, like, what about your son with Anna? And I just feel like I read the post. I didn't necessarily see anything wrong. I could see how it could be like a diss in a way. But at the end of the day, he's just praising his current. That doesn't mean that he doesn't love his son. You know, you can't tell everything from an Instagram post. So I feel like people just kind of reading into it. You know, that's his wife. He's going to praise his wife. You know, Anna has her own husband now too. So, you know, I feel like they're good. You can't judge everything by social media. And I feel like, once again, people are just digging deeper than it has to be. And with that, that concludes Celebrity News. Last but not least, we have Top Pick. And if you don't know what Top Pick is, that's where I pick a pop culture moment that has happened since the last episode that I really loved. And this week's Top Pick has to go to Ariana Grande. She recently announced that she's going to be playing Glinda the Good Witch in the movie version of the Broadway musical Wicked. Wicked is about like Wizard of Oz world, but it focuses on the witches that were in Wizard of Oz and their life story and how they started. So I feel like she's really going to be good. As we've seen in Victorious and her other roles, she's a good actress, and obviously she's a good singer. Also, Cynthia Erivo is going to be in it too. She was in the Harriet movie and some other stuff. She was in the Aretha Franklin movie too. Not the one with Jennifer Hudson, but the one on Hulu. So I feel like as long as they keep this casting up, it will be a good movie. Hopefully it's not like Cats, how Cats was. So hopefully it's a good movie. And I know if it's not, I know at least Ariana will do good. And with that, that concludes Top Pick. And it also includes today's show. Once again, thank you all for watching. Peace. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to reCULTUREview. We'll see you next time.